What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Nikolai Espresso, and welcome back to another video here today on the channel. Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. It's not a news video, it's not a list video, it's not a comparison video. Today, rather, I want to sit down and talk a little bit with you on the state of Infinite Warfare. No doubt you've seen dozens of other videos talking about the state of the game, but this is going to be a little bit different. I'm not talking about issues with the game, but instead I'm going to be talking about the popularity of the game overall, the player counts, the interest within the console community, and is it really all that bad? Now, before I get the comments saying that I'm in the pockets of Activision or I'm stroking the COD you-know-what, I will be the first to tell you that though I enjoy the game, it has many flaws, and I'm hoping they can get fixed, but it's still very early on in the year, and though the launch was a bit more problematic than previous years, every year has their own issues. So I'm always the one that's optimistic about the future, the game, and the community, but I invite you to listen to the statements and of course, drop your thoughts down below, and I really want to hear your input here on this and your thoughts on the situation as a whole overall. So that said, additionally, if you guys enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like down below, and if you guys are new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing to stay up to date with everything Infinite Warfare, and of course, Modern Warfare Remastered. But COD is dead, Infinite Warfare is dead, Modern Warfare Remastered should be the primary title, Modern Warfare Remastered will last much longer than Infinite Warfare. Those are probably just some of the many things that you've heard about the seemingly dismal year for Call of Duty this year. The second most disliked video on YouTube belongs to Infinite Warfare. The seemingly lowest sales and ages for COD belongs to Infinite Warfare. All signs in the mainstream right now point to this being a very faulty year for COD. So, is it? I'll admit, I still think there is a lot that needs to be done with this game, and one basic function is the leaderboard system, something that I was incredibly surprised whenever I booted up the game on launch at midnight, and I took a look at it and there were no leaderboards. They were locked and said coming soon. So I feel like that is something that definitely should have been added in, and despite COD points already being in the game, and Modern Warfare Remastered having a fully functioning leaderboard system, and among many other things, leaderboards are not in Infinite Warfare. Now, the one huge rumor for this is that they have not released this for the fear of revealing the dismal player counts. And the thing about leaderboards is it shows the unique logins, not even the active player count. That's something that I've heard since launch, and while I will admit, given the circumstances, it is a rather valid theory, but it has no factual bearing on it, but it does, to the best of my knowledge, make sense given the information and notions surrounding the title of Infinite Warfare. Now, is this in fact true? Well, not necessarily. A lot of people think this is a sign for an absolutely dreadful year of COD already, being only 2 weeks now into the game's release. I personally am not buying into that just yet, but before we divulge into why that is so, what we'll be taking a look at is subjective to a few different variables, such variables being location and region, time, and of course, console. So perhaps one of the most single largest yet unnoticed counter arguments to fight off the incredible amounts of hate towards Infinite Warfare right now, and the player count and all that kind of stuff saying that it's failing, it is in many regions #1 on the most played game list for Xbox One, and while in others it falls either just below the top spot and sometimes just below Modern Warfare Remastered, but almost always within the regions that I've seen, all of these regions, within the top 3 to 5 titles within the most played games. Now, something that is very interesting as well to me is that every chart also indicated that it is ranked above Battlefield 1, the supposed COD killer yet again, and I don't mean to incite a title war, but statistically speaking, that is interesting, and I do myself, for personal record, think Battlefield 1 actually does look great, but Infinite Warfare certainly is not as bad as the rep that it's getting here for this. Player counts honestly don't seem all that bad, and if it's anything that carries over from Xbox One's marketplace charts for most played games as of recently, then it's something that I would guess transfers over to PS4 as well, and I'll tell you firsthand that the unique number of logins for PS4 on Modern Warfare Remastered is over 2 million. So that is something that in its own regards, if it is still in fact larger than that, that's still tremendous amounts of numbers here for this. But overall, I guess it can't once again be pinpointed until we have an actual player count, until leaderboards are added in. But is it something that right now Infinite Warfare is as dead as players are thinking? I personally don't believe so, and I don't think that it's going to be as dismal player number-wise of a year as a lot of people are saying. Sure, it might die down, some interest may be lost by the time of, say, May, June, July. That's when the COD cycle usually kicks in, but for the most part, with 2 games, it will be interesting to see how it plays out and to see if the interest is prolonged in any way, shape, or form. Now, additionally, it does seem like at this very moment, it is something that is still going rather strong. Once again, it could die down, but for the time being, I personally don't think that the rep is really giving it as much of an accurate statement as it possibly could. But that, I think, is where we're going to wrap it up. Once again, I would love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. I wanted to do something a little bit different here with this one. I want to take a look at the community, the popularity, the game as a whole, and take a look at, is it really as dead as people say? So once again, leave your thoughts down there. Anything you may have to say down there, of course, is greatly welcomed and appreciated. Let's try and keep it civil. If you guys don't agree with somebody else's opinion, it's all good. Everybody's entitled to their own, and hopefully don't shoot me as the messenger here, now that I think about it. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did enjoy it, drop a like down below. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with everything Call of Duty here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for the continued support as of recently. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you, dudes, so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Mine's been Nikolai Espresso. Take care and peace.